Hello and happy Sunday morning. Welcome to the great outdoors. Yes, I'm outside today, not inside doing Legos. This is my first outdoor video of the year, and you can tell the water's behind me. So is the boat. Yeah. I've been thinking about this for a very, very long time, and I've been itching for it. It's a beautiful day. We're looking at 78 degrees. It is the end of February, and I'm not wasting my day. I'm not wasting my time. I'm going to go on this here boat. I've got my drinks, I got some food, I got my fishing pole over here. I'm ready to go out in this water, have a beautiful day out here in the quiet, the peaceful, the calm, throw out my line a few times. Maybe I catch something, maybe I don't. I don't care, it's not the point. It's just being out here. So I'm gonna got my boat loaded up, car's already parked. I'm gonna paddle myself out to my favorite spot out here on Lake Hudson. This is not Lake Hudson over in northern United States. Isn't the big lake. It's just a little lake near my town called Lake Hudson. I'm gonna come out and do this and just have myself a time. I'm probably not going to record a whole lot. I've got very little battery left on my phone. I got like 30%. I was going to bring the GoPro, but both those batteries were at like the 15 and 17%, so that's not going to do me any good. I'm gonna get on this boat. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah, let's go do it. Yeah. Funny thing, upon getting here, I got everything together, got the pole, got the bags, got the drinks and everything else. And I grabbed my wet shoes. But it wasn't until I got here that I realized I have two different pairs of wet shoes. I got a black shoe and I got a purple shoe. I'm not sure how I did that. But here I am in two different wet shoes. And to anyone who wants to ask and is questioning, particularly to my wife, no, I'm not high yet. I did that completely sober. I just grabbed my shoes and left. That's all right. They're just water shoes. Who cares? I don't. They're going to get wet. They're going to come off when I'm in this boat anyway, so I don't care. So let's do it. There's nice. The water looks great. And I'm ever so eager to get on this water and do my thing. So without further ado, stop recording. Let's get to paddling. And here I am. My favorite spot on the lake. Tucked in this little alcove, shielded from most of the wind. And in a couple months time or less, all this will be nice and green. It'll be lovely. Can't wait for that day. So I'm here, I'm parked, and I'm going to eat some breakfast because I haven't eaten today. I haven't eaten all day, so brought me a burrito. It's not a bronze burrito. I would much prefer a bronze grande burrito, but that required going to the other side of town. And I want to go on the other side of town. Sonic was on the way. So I'm going to eat me some food before I do anything else. Be right back. So I've been out here for a minute now, and I've ate my food, I've paddled around, I've bobbed around, I've listened to the sounds, I've smoked some vape, I've puffed a little bit of God's happy lettuce. What I haven't done is thrown this pole out in the water yet, so it's about high time I did that. If I only had my GoPro, I could set up and film myself casting. I don't know, I've never thrown a line out one-handed holding a phone. I'm not keen on doing that with my phone either. Lord, God forbid I drop this in the water. I'd be mad. Let's give it a whirl. fishing pole. I guess I'll just reel with my phone. That is not working at all. I'm reeling with my phone because I'm out of options. This is never going to work. Right now, I don't know how well my microphone is picking this up, but every so often, you know, it's quiet out here. There's like almost no sound, and then all the frogs from all around just start firing up and making a whole bunch of racket. I hear some bullfrogs out there. That is the song of my people. I hear you, my brothers. Brah, 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 brah. I don't know what kind of frog impression that was. That was terrible. That's a frog that's been smoking for over 20 years is what that is. That was terrible. Yeah. They're out there though. My fellow bullfrogs. Out there. My anthem. And they get loud too. And then it'll just stop and be quiet. I like it. I like that. I'm about to run into this. I should probably reel it in. Yeah. No, it's going on the boat now. All right, I'm at a point in my day where I want to open up my cherry Coke. It has gotten warm on me because I forgot my frost buddy. So I need to cool it off. So I've taken out what I keep in this bag, moved it into my gecko. I'm gonna put my Coke in here and drop it in the cold ass water. And hopefully cool my Coke down so I can drink it and enjoy it. See how well this works. All right, Coke's in the bag. Just drop it in this frigid water. That water is like, I don't know, 40 degrees, so hopefully it's got more air in it than I want it to have, so it's not sinking, but all right. Just let that sit for a little bit and see what happens. Best idea I have. Look how beautifully silky smooth this water is. It's barely moving at all. Most days you get out of the alcove, it gets pretty wavy because the wind just comes sweeping down here like it does in Oklahoma. And it makes some waves that aren't great for a kayak. But today, you could paddle clear across this lake and not even stress about it. Love it out here. That being said, I'm not going to paddle clear across this lake. I am out here by myself. Kind of a cautionary thing that you shouldn't kayak alone, but a lot of us do. And I am out here by myself, and I have been known to pass out randomly and capsize my boat before. And I don't want that happening while I'm out here, and there's very few people out here. So, but it is nice out here. It is absolutely just really absolutely beautiful. It is so smooth. Absolutely lovely. All right, It's been in the water for about 30 minutes now, and I'd say that worked. That can is probably twice as cold as it was when I put it in there. So yeah, awesome. I'm happy about that. It was not cold when I put it in there. It's pretty chill now. Very nice. Yeah, that's pretty good. Could be colder, but I'll take it. Without having a refrigerator or an ice pack. At least it's colder than it was. We're about 1:30 and people still showing up. Like this pontoon just pulled in. So I'm coming down the hill. And quite a number of cars out here. This guy's, I don't know if he's loading or unloading. My car's tucked behind the trees back there somewhere. It's a beautiful February day on the lake in Oklahoma. I'm glad to be out here. So glad to be out here. Very, very much needed day on the lake. That's what happens when you got such a seasonal hobby. Now, I know some of y'all go out there and you fish and go out in your boats and whatnot and in the middle of the winter and all that. And nope, not down for it. Don't want to be out in the cold like that, and I can't afford the winter water gear. No, hell no. I'll do it when it's a nice day, okay? Like this. Look at this day. February 28th. Like 80. Nice. You know, it's funny, I just did a take about the water being just absolutely motionless and there's no wind, and I paddle 5 minutes after that. The wind picks up and not quite so smooth now. Just like that. Welcome to Oklahoma. Had a boat pass through, causing a lot of waves. The fun ones too. Well, unfortunately, with the upkick in the wind, the gathering of clouds in the sky, it is a reality check that there is in fact a cold front moving in later on tonight. And it's supposed to drop like 30 degrees. So it's supposed to be like mid 50s and 30-40% chance of rain. So this is definitely a one-off day, and I'm glad to have the one-off on my day off. I'm very grateful for that. You know, I'm not one to let a gift horse bit my mouth or to that effect. So I'm going to wrap this thing up. I've got very little battery on this phone, so I don't think I'm going to have enough to do a wrap-up video. So this is it. Still on the boat. So thank you very much for joining me today as I make my kayaking debut in 2026. And so very, very happy to come out here and do this and enjoy the day, get some peace and quiet, and get some water time. It's always my favorite, one of my favorite things to do is come out here. So again, thank you very much for joining me. Like, comment, subscribe if you will, and I'll see you on the next one. Ciao.